welcome back to my channel. I'm Debbie from Debbie's World. I think this is going to go in a separate vlog, so I've just said that just in case I upload this as a separate vlog. I've got Charlie here with me and Andrew's in the kitchen decorating his cake, which you'll probably see in a separate vlog. How are you all? I decided to do my little sit down chatty video today. I'm going to try and look in the camera, which is over there. Probably not going to work. It's just doesn't feel natural for me to try and direct my eyes to the camera rather than looking into the phone screen. Anyway, I've come on today to have a little chatty update, tell you what happened through February. There probably is going to be things that I forget to mention or miss, but it's just what I remember. So the last weight update I gave on the channel was on the 2nd of February, when I'd weighed in on the 30th of January and lost 3.5 pounds. I can't really remember what kind of weeks I had or what kind of food that I ate. All I can say is through February I had a few occasions and a few treats and also a couple of off-plan or bingey days, but I always tried to return to my normal way of eating, which is following the Slimming World plan. So yeah, that was the 2nd of February. So then when I went to group on the 6th of February, I gained back my 3.5 pounds. I think I remember now. I think that was the weekend then when my dad was in hospital and I had been really good, been to Subway, been to somewhere else and had a really good on-plan weekend and tried really hard, and then to get to group and gain 3.5 pounds, I think it was like a bit disappointing. So yeah, that was the 6th of February. Then I went into group on the 13th of February, having had a really good week because I knew that I was going to be off plan over the Valentine's weekend. So I lost my 3.5 pounds again. So I was back to 11 stone 6 or 11.6.5. And then came Valentine's weekend. We had on the Friday we went to see the film 1917. We had the day off work. And yeah, I really enjoyed that film. It was really good, and it was really nice to spend some quality time with Andrew. Then on the Saturday, I think we went to Bridlington, and I wasn't perfect on that day, but my meals were okay, but I did pick on a couple of things at Bridlington. On the Saturday evening and the Sunday was off plan. I had this is over Valentine's weekend. We had a lovely roast dinner, but we had stuffing and Yorkshire puddings and gravy. And did I have cranberry sauce? Maybe, can't remember. And we had a box of chocolates between us, hotel chocolate. They were really nice. But also it wasn't just that, it was also other things that were in the house, like biscuits, chocolate bars, various different things that I was picking at, as well as the other things that I've already mentioned. And that is my problem, or that is my issue when I'm having a special meal or a special treat. Everything just goes out of the window. And then that carried on into the Monday as well. So I was eating all sorts on the Monday, and I reached out to my friends and said, look, I'm really, really struggling. And they did help me to focus again. So when I went to group on the 20th of February, I'd gained £4. So that was the 20th of February. And then, just let me get my calendar back up. So on the following, it does tend to be weekends when it all goes wrong. So the following weekend after the 20th of February, on the 22nd of February, it was my sister's 50th birthday, my lovely sister Sarah. And if you follow me on social media, you'll see that I posted up some pictures of us at her birthday party. And then also I posted up 4 little pictures of us together throughout my weight loss journey. She's always been a great big support to me, really encouraging, always willing to cook Slimming World food or to be accepting when I take my own food. So when it came to going to Sarah's house for her birthday, I did take some salmon, what I call my salmon rice dish, and I did take some yogurt and things like that. But I did eat some birthday cake. I had a gin and tonic, and I had some chips on the way home. So it wasn't a great weekend or a great Saturday. It was just a Saturday on that occasion. I did get back on plan the other days. But I went to group on the 27th of February and managed to lose £1. And then, as you know, I think I just quickly mentioned over the weekend that I again went to group on the 5th of March, having had a completely on-plan week in my mind, and I gained £0.5. So as you can see, I'm gaining 1 week, losing the next, gaining 1 week, losing the next, gaining 1 week, losing the next. And I'm sort of maintaining in this slightly higher weight bracket. So currently I'm 11 stone 10 with a weight loss of 14 stone 11.5 pounds. So what else happened in February? Well, as you know, my dad's not been very well. He had a mild stroke towards the end of January. I've had a hell of a lot of phone calls and things to try and get in place for him. Although, to be truthful, he's managed to sort out a lot of things himself as well. He's managing, but I think the stress and the guilt of not being a bit nearer, not being able to do more, or if I did more, it wouldn't really help the situation. That plays on your mind. It's really my dad that needs to take the action, my dad that needs to get into a cleaning routine or whatever. He is perfectly capable of doing his own cleaning, managing his own finances. He just needs a little bit of support and encouragement, and that's what I'm there for. So I've had a lot of phone calls from his support workers, his warden, and things like that, just trying to get things in place for him. Then Andrew's mum and dad haven't been well. They've both had intimate operations, shall we say. I'm not going to say any more than that, but they've both had intimate operations, and they've both had problems following that. So Andrew's mum was back in hospital 3 times after her operation, and she had a very traumatic time, and we were both worried and again frustrated and concerned that we weren't close, so that we couldn't do more to help. So Andrew's dad, David, is now at home. The day after his operation, which I think was Wednesday, he was sent to, he had his operation in Bridlington, he was sent to Scarborough overnight, and then luckily some relatives some other relatives went to visit him and they discharged him, so they were able to bring him home. And they've had the dog looked after, their dog Safi, by a neighbour for 2 or 3 days. But I always think as a dog owner, it always adds a little bit of extra worry, because you're always thinking, oh, the dog needs taking out, the dog needs feeding, the dog needs looking after, the dog's lonely on its own. And I know that's hard for some people without dogs to understand, but it's definitely an extra layer of responsibility. So yeah, I really feel for them. I'm glad they got Safi looked after, and I just wish we could do more and be there more. One other problem that I've been having is my iPad. I used to film a lot on my iPad, and the battery has become really unreliable. So I'm using my phone. At the moment, I'm actually using the DJI Osmo Pocket to record this on my phone, but I'll be using my phone for the majority of the time now. But it does just add an extra layer when you haven't got the iPad just to pick up and use. But thankfully I can use my phone and my camera. But I won't be using my iPad anymore to vlog, because I just never know when it's going to switch itself off. And lastly, and maybe not leastly, I just didn't feel like vlogging. I should have brought a drink in. When you're not losing weight reliably, or when you're not 100% on plan, you don't always feel like vlogging, you don't always feel inspirational, and I just feel like my life is my day-to-day general life is boring. There's nothing for, I'm not a what's the word? Some people come on and they can just chat away about things, and that doesn't come naturally to me. So I'm not a natural chatter. I've watched a few other vlogs, not necessarily Slimming World, where people are just vlogging their day-to-day lives and they're just chatting away, and it doesn't really come natural to me. So the things that I show you day to day are mainly my food, and a bit of Charlie and a bit of whatever. So when I'm not sort of doing Slimming World, even though it is my fallback position now to follow that plan, it also doesn't come naturally to vlog my daily life. But I'm going to try my best. I'll try my best to show you honestly how I live. Of course, nobody videos a binge day. I don't think they do, and I don't think that would do anybody any good. But I'll try and show maybe a little bit more. If I sort of wander off my usual track, I'll maybe try and show a bit more. But yeah, you've seen what my life is generally. I work a lot during the week. Oh, that was the other thing. During February, work has really ramped up. So I've been really busy. Stayed over a few, after my usual finishing time. And just been on the go all day, so I didn't really get a lot of time for my other social medias as well. So that being said, once either at dinner, at lunch times, or at weekends, or in the evenings, I just wanted to totally switch off and just watch telly. So that was the other thing happening during February. It was just really mad busy at work. So, what is my plan for March? Well, we've got some time off work next week. We've got the car in for a service. We really need to go to Bridlington to visit Andrew's parents. Hopefully we've got a walk planned with my mum on the Friday. And ideally I'd like to squeeze in a visit to my dad's flat as well, because he needs a new Hoover. If anybody can recommend a Hoover for around the £50 mark, a a standing one. What's the word for it? Anyway, a stand-up hoover. Just for the cleaner to use when she comes and cleans for him. I think my dad is happy to spend about £50. So if anybody knows of one or can recommend one, and where I can get it, then where we can get it, then I'd be really grateful. Because that's one thing on my job list that I need to sort out when we're off work. As you can probably see from what I'm eating, I'm following the plan, but I'm maybe not being quite as strict or not quite in weight loss mode. But I'm happy with how I'm doing. I just would like to lose a few pounds, and just I don't want to put any more on anyway. So I'll see how we go. What I'm going to try and do is be on plan through my holiday, because I can just see that having more treat meals and another box of chocolates or whatever we would decide to do, I could easily gain another few pounds and not be able to get it off again. I'm sorry, it's just gone really, really dark in here. That's better, isn't it? I've just opened the curtains. So, we'll see. I've been to Iceland to top up my Slimming World stash. The only thing I haven't really been doing as well, which is something I mentioned in January, I haven't really been cooking. So I've been kind of surviving on what I've got in the freezer, on Slimming World meals, on batch cooking, on soups and previous curry loaves and things that I've made. I've eaten a lot of rice and couscous out of packets with the required amount of speed and protein, but I have kind of missed the cooking. So I'm going to try, while I'm vlogging through March, to maybe throw a couple of recipes in there, because I did spend time looking through the new magazine and I did see a couple of things that looked interesting. I think there was a chicken tikka masala pasta bake or something like that looked quite interesting. So yeah, let me know if you've got any tips on sort of keeping your mind focused. There is definitely a change in the weather this weekend. Yeah, so that was the other thing. In February, the weather was really bad as well, wasn't it? So I just wasn't feeling like a lot of walking. We just kind of went out, got it over with as soon as possible, Charlie's walks or whatnot. I was doing a lot of gaming in my car. Yeah, that was the other thing, wasn't it? My Harry Potter game on my phone. There were a lot of events happening through February. So the same's going to happen this month. There's about four things coming up in March, but I'm going to do my best to vlog around them, just day to day, showing you what I get up to, and hopefully now the sun's been out today, the lighter mornings and evenings are starting, and I feel different this weekend, and I still haven't touched any of Andrew's cake or icing, when usually every time I go past the little bowl that he's got of butter icing, I'd be having a little bit on my finger. So yeah, I think that's it for now. That's all I can think of. I'll probably think of a million things that I want to say as soon as I put the camera down, but I will probably do I'll do a Q&A. If I get enough questions, I'll do another sit-down chatty vlog. So if you do have any questions, put them below. Maybe I'll put a post out on Instagram and Facebook asking for questions, just to see if anybody's got any questions. Playing tug again with the Charlie. But other than that, yes, I am £10 over my target weight, and I am £7 over the top of target. but I'm kind of keeping a hold on it at the minute. So we'll just monitor how it goes, try and do our best to stick to what we know, get a bit more walking in, keep an eye on the sins, and just keep on keeping on, doing our best. That's all we can do. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all your comments. I do read and like every single one. I appreciate your support. That is one thing. If I am doing daily vlogs, I have decided that I'm not going to reply to every single comment. But if you do have any particular specific question, I will try and answer that. But I do still read all your comments and appreciate all the support and love. And I really hope that you're all doing really well in your journeys. Let me know below if you've got any inspiration or you want to share your weight loss journey with us, if you've got any questions. Please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.